just getting set up here. And, oh, okay, we are live. Nice. Okay. Got it. All right. Hi. Hi. Oh, wow. Some people are already here in the chat. I'm just getting set up. Hi, everyone. How are you? I am doing so well. Marcel, you are becoming a regular on the channel. I see you here all of the time. It's so great to see you. Welcome. Are you ready for tonight? Ooh, okay. I see more people joining the chat. Hi, everyone. We're just getting set up here, so it'll just be a few minutes. I see Lamont J. Hi, Lamont. As you come in, feel free to say hello to me and drop where you're from so that I can give you a proper hello as we prepare to get started. Oh, wow. It's so exciting. Are y'all ready for this interview? Kisimbo says hi. Hi, Kisimbo. How are you? Okay, we've got some people joining. And I am just making sure everything is set up. Oh, okay, from Uganda. Okay, we've got Germany in the house by way of Marcel. We've got Houston, Texas in the house, or as they say, H-Town, baby. Okay, we've got H-Town in the house. And we have Uganda in the house. So I am loving that. Hello to all of you. So glad that you're joining. If you are just joining, I am just getting set up and prepared for this interview. So feel free to say hello to me. Let me know where you are so that I can say hello to you. And I'm getting ready for our guest. Okay, let's see. Ooh, have you all been waiting for this one? I've been really excited about this one. Okay, let's see. How is the view of the camera? If you can see me clearly, give me a thumbs up. Can you see me very clearly? Okay, let's see. Thumbs up if you can see me well. Hi, everyone that's joining. Hello. Hi. Hi. Okay, Marcel says, yes, we're waiting for you. Okay, all right. Sumumba gives me a thumbs up or peace and says, you are looking, yes, looking good. Ooh, thank you. Kimberly, hi Kimberly, hello, I love your hair. Oh, merci beaucoup, thank you. Well, you see I've got on red tonight, so that means we're gonna get a little spicy, right? Kimberly, welcome. Is this your first time on the channel? Okay, we have the Dickinsons. Let me add them. Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. We have people that are waiting on the Dickinsons already. So we're going to give it 5 minutes so that everyone can join. But how are y'all feeling tonight?
Yes, we're feeling good. It's feeling really good. Thankful for the opportunity to come on and share with everyone. That's all we want to do, just share our knowledge and try to help other people who may want to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we are excited to hear what you have to say. I know the crew is going to give you a very warm welcome, so I'm super excited for that. We've already got over 20 people in the chat, so you definitely have your you have your guests waiting. I'm going to say hello to a few people. Hi, Nitra. So good to see you. And if you all want to say anything to the chat, we have 28 people watching. If you just want to say hello or anything like that, feel free.
Hey, how y'all doing, Chad?
Hello. Go ahead. You want to say something? Well, we are Dickinson Adventures. We're entrepreneurs, business people. We've been to Tanzania, like we're going to talk about, for 30 days. So if you want to see some more of our journey besides tonight, you can go visit us on YouTube. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And what can they expect to find when they go to Dickinson Adventures? What kind of content should the people expect to see on your channel?
Travel when we're doing more survival because we do have land and we have animals, so we're gonna be doing more videos like that, and also talking about current events, things that's going on. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, you all see the name on the screen. You see Dickinson Adventures. They're going to be talking about current events, their land, and their travels. So definitely go over there and subscribe, check them out. I'm sure you're going to find a lot of great content there. And hello to everyone that's joining. I see Bob. Hello from Canada. Are you in Montreal? If so, bonsoir, comment ça va? Dominic, I see looking amazing today. Thank you. A girl's got to get ready, right? And I see Don. Hello from Gambia. Assalamu alaikum. Nangadev. Welcome to everyone from all over the world. We have 37 people watching, so I think it's a good time to get started. What do y'all think over there at the Dickinson house?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay, awesome. All right, everybody, I want you to get those likes up as we get started. We are working hard to bring you quality content, and all we want to see is a like. So as you come in, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and we are going to go ahead and get started. So I am DJ, and this is DJ Speaks. And you know what I like to say, it might be cold outside, but we're going to make it hot in here. And we are going to get into some things tonight about what life is really like in Tanzania. So this couple is an African American couple from Florida, and they were so passionate about going to Africa, connecting with the ancestors, connecting with the motherland, and what they found was quite different than what they saw on YouTube. So they are going to be sharing their story with us tonight. Now, just a couple house rules. We will not have comments on the screen just because we want our guests to be able to stay focused. However, if you send a super chat and show love to the channel, your comment or your question will be put on the screen. Make sure to like the video. Let's get some fire emojis going into the chat, and we are going to get started. So, Dickinson family, start me off about how this entire trip to Tanzania came about.
Mm-hmm. Well, we were looking into it for some years, of course, for the same reason that everyone else was looking into it, just the treatment here in the States. But what kind of made us rush to go do it in September, right before my husband's birthday, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office came to our house at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, saying that they were answering a call for domestic violence, but they had the wrong address. We were terrified. Like, I had extreme anxiety after that encounter. I really don't know what to say. Like, it really scared us. It showed us that this is not just something that's on TV or something that's been blown out of proportion. Like, this is real. This is something that can happen to us. We could have been the next news story. So I just told my husband, hey, we're going to go to Tanzania for 30 days. We're just going to see if we like it, see if it's something that we can actually do. Like, is this realistic for us? So that's kind of like why we went over. But like I said, we were already looking into it. The year of return was the first time we really heard about it around 2008. Uh, that's when we heard about it and started researching. And we wanted to go to Ghana, of course, because of the year of return. And then we looked into Gambia, and then all that crazy stuff started happening. And then we looked more into Tanzania because of COVID and the regulations. So that's how we ended up going.
Hmm. And what was that like for you as a husband to have the police come to your house and you were presumably unable to do anything to stop it? What was that experience like for you?
Like she said, it just makes it real. It doesn't seem real until it's happening to you.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff doesn't seem as serious until it's happening to you, and how it can happen. And like you say, how you can have no control, no sort of stability to what you can do for yourself. It's just, hey, come out. We see you. Like they came, guns out, lights in my eyes. We're getting up out of the bed because they boom, boom, boom to wake us up. She has on.
I didn't have on barely
She
anything.
had on a cover that she had to put on, but she didn't want me to go to the door by myself
Yeah.
because see, if it would have been like they said, domestic violence, or where's your wife? She's already right here behind me. You know what I mean? And she has on the towel with her hands up, and I have on boxers. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. I mean, I seen the light. I opened up the door a little bit. Hey, I closed the door. Come to the door. Come to the door. Open up the door. I was like, okay, yeah, because I can't have nobody trying to shoot. You know, your mind just goes to wondering on whatever could happen. So yeah, it was really crazy. And like you say, just for them to say they told us this the address. What did you check? And then they checked again, and it was 3244 40th Street, like two
Two
blocks away
streets
from us.
over. Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It was like it could have happened because I could have been in the wrong mood because they didn't have no right to knock on my door. You know what I mean? And I
Mm-hmm.
could have been out there yelling, acting a fool myself, and then it would have been another situation. So yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. And if I may ask, do you both mind speaking up a little bit because I'm having trouble hearing you?
Okay,
Okay.
is that better?
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
a little bit better, but if you can just project because it'll be tough to hear you like on the video playback. So if you can just speak up a little bit, that would help.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so it sounds like the situation left you both feeling powerless. And like so many other African American families, like we can think about what happened to Breonna Taylor, we can think about what happened to George Floyd and so many others. You knew that something had to change. So, how did you become aware of the whole year of return movement? And how did that play a role in going to Africa? What was it that convinced you?
Actually, YouTube is what convinced us. The first YouTuber we ever started following was Native Born, and it was inspirational to just see him do it because he had his family, he had his kids, and things like that. Um, that's where we started. And we started watching YouTuber after YouTuber after YouTuber. I want to name too many names, but that's how we got into it. And then I started to research online on other things like what do we need? What do we need this? Like what do we need for if we need shots? Like do we need a visa and things like that? So that's how we came up with the idea and the path on to going to Tanzania because a lot of people make videos like, oh, you could get this house for $200 or you could live here for $400. So we were seeing a lot of different videos like that. And so that's what kind of drew us to that area.
Wow, that's incredible. So, did the celebrities impact your decisions? So, we saw a lot of African American celebrities, Ludacris among others, going back to Ghana and all of these beautiful pictures and videos. Did that influence you?
Um,
Yes, I know. Go
I
ahead.
not for me. I just think, like I say, the year of the return and how it was pushed a whole lot via YouTube and the TV and things of that nature. And oh, you need to go back and just really trying to see if that's what I need to do. Go back, like what is my roots? I'm tired of looking and seeing
Mhm.
people that's not me, and I want to be somewhere where it's me at. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's kind of where I will stand with it.
Yes, I know
Wow.
for me a little bit, yes, because I was seeing a lot of videos with like Akon and like you said, Ludacris and different celebrities going over. I know Akon even said if you have a business, which we have three, oh, just go over to Africa and do your business and you'll get more money than if you're in the States. So things like that did influence it for me on my side.
Wow, thank you. Really appreciate the transparency. All right, so we're gonna switch gears here. Let's get to Tanzania.
Mhm.
Tell me what happened when you got to Africa and why we're here tonight. What is it that you want to share?
Yes,
You-
oh, it's so much, so much, so much. Um, I know for one, when I was doing a lot of research, people were saying that it's easier to integrate and to be in this society, like an African society, if you have an African host. So that's kind of like where we started. And that's where we had a lot of different issues. I'm not gonna lie, I met the host online, which me in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, this person knows the land and things like that. I'm not thinking like, okay, well, we don't really trust that many people in America. Why would I go somewhere else where I don't even know people and just trust them? We weren't seeing it like that. We were just seeing it like we're just trying to connect. We're just trying to go and support the locals. We were going to a Christian college, so we felt like we were safe, which we were physically safe. I'm not saying that we weren't physically safe, but because the cultures were different, we wound up wasting like a lot of money and things like that. And that's where our first problems started to come in. And I think just because we didn't understand her and she didn't really understand us either, because she had never been to America, we never been to Tanzania, and we have the language barrier. We ran into a lot of different issues, and everybody says it's normal, but all of the overcharging and things like that. We were on a budget. We're not rich, so I'm not gonna say like we're these other YouTubers going out every day, sitting on the beach every day, showing you all these different places. Like, we were trying to see like, is this gonna be like a real life for us? Because we have three teenagers, so we weren't trying to go and ball out. We were really trying to live on a budget. Okay, what is this gonna look like if we were to live a real everyday life? We weren't trying to just spend and live lavishly, like Americans in Africa.
Wow. And so when was the first time that you realized, uh-oh, this might not be the place for us? When did that occur to you? What prompted
Oh,
that?
You need to answer
it
that.
occurred to me. Okay.
Okay.
Me as a man, I feel like I have to be being married to that. I'm a protector that, and I'm a provider. That's all I know about myself. If I don't do nothing else, that's what I have to do, and to have control of things as much as possible. So we were leaving from Arusha, going to Dar es Salaam,
Mm.
and we had a long
I'm
like.
sorry. I'm sorry. Let
I'm
me
sorry.
pause you. I'm getting every other word that you're saying. It's breaking up really bad. Chat, can you let me know? Give me a one if you can hear them well, because I'm getting every other word. So if you can hear them well, give me a one in the chat. I just want to make sure that people can hear
Yes.
you because I'm only getting every other word. So if you can hear the Dickinsons well,
No, try to.
one. Okay. So Dominic says one. Tracy says they're hearing you fine. So let me do some adjusting because I'm getting every other word. Okay, one, one, one. Okay, you all are good, and I'm going to charge
Is it
something
any
on my.
better?
Yes, that's better.
She's doing something.
Adjust it.
Yeah.
Okay. One. Okay, everyone's saying they can hear you well. So I adjusted something on my end too. Okay, please continue.
We we can't hear you anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's see.
We can't hear you anymore.
Okay, someone's saying now they're stuck. Okay, let's see. Okay. Um, hmm. Are you seeing me? Are
No,
you
we're not
seeing me?
seeing you. I could barely hear you coming in.
Okay, and
Yes, we
people
can
in the
see you some. We can see you moving, you're glitching.
oh, okay. Someone's
Yeah.
saying they were fine, now they're stuck. Okay, do you all mind going out and coming back in to see if refreshing helps? Because people in the chat are saying they are frozen. So do you mind leaving and coming back
You
in
want
to
to leave
see
and
if that?
come back?
Yes. So just like go out and click the link again
Yes,
and
we
let's
could
see
do.
if, okay.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. Hi. So they're going to come back. This is a live show, so technical difficulties can happen, but they're going to refresh. And someone's saying your end is echoing. So I am adjusting as well. And let's see if that helps. Okay. Okay, how is that? How is that, chat? Let me know. Oh, thank you, African Pride. African Pride says you're looking nice. Thank you so much. Hello to everyone that's coming in. Okay, good. Okay, so you all are hearing me well, seeing me well. Okay. Wait till they come back now. They're gone. Your echo is gone. Okay, great. Okay, so I'm waiting for them to come back now. I'm getting a lot of goods. Okay, so while we're waiting for them to come back, if you are enjoying the content, please go ahead and hit that like button and let's get some fire emojis in the chat because this is about to heat up. So let's go ahead and get those fire emojis going. Let's hit that like button, and our guests are going to be on their way back. And here they are now. 1 second. Okay, hello. Hi again.
Hi, we're back.
Hello. Can you hear me better?
Okay, awesome. Thank you. This is a live show, so technical difficulties can happen. I'm seeing you well, I'm hearing you well. And
Yes.
so, yes, please continue.
Okay, so like I say, we had a long trip to Dar es Salaam, about 13 hours. When we get there, it's nighttime, like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And my wife prepared all the lodging for us, so we had an Airbnb already supposed to be prepared. And when we got there and down to get the dollar to catch a taxi or somebody to help us, the people said that they didn't book the Airbnb,
The
and
host of the Airbnb said she didn't have our reservation. Yeah.
we kind of, and it kind of went back and forth with her about, oh, we're gonna call the police because I didn't do this and I don't have this place anymore. And we was kind of stuck out there. And in my mind, we were in another country. The people that were around us like didn't speak English at all. Maybe 1 or 2 people spoke a little bit of English. So to me, I was freaking out. I was like, hey, what's going on? I was talking a little bit more sturdy to people, you know what I mean? I was like, hey, no, we don't need this right now. Look, we're looking for this. It was just it started to spook me a little bit just because I knew I was in a place where I couldn't control the environment or the situation at all. So again, just like the police situation, I couldn't control anything, so I kind of feel helpless. So that's when I was just like, we need to catch the plane out of here. You got Airbnb, you done paid for this thing. They said we didn't. Oh no, we got to leave now. Like I was,
Yeah.
I was freaking out. Yeah.
Yeah, because then we were,
Wow.
yeah, we were in the night, trying to figure out where are we going to stay. And we finally got to a hotel right by the ferry, and we wound up going to Zanzibar early because we were supposed to spend the week in Dar es Salaam, but because of that mix-up, we just went straight to Zanzibar the next morning.
Wow. So it sounds like you left America to escape racism, but then when you got to Africa, you found that there was racism to a certain degree there as well, in
Yes,
terms of just how you were perceived.
yeah.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
don't, and yes, that's a
Wow.
big thing. Just looking at us like you would, we go there as Americans and we say, "Oh, we don't want to stand out," so we were the only ones really with African clothes on. You know what I mean? Like
Well, what we think
what
is
we think is
African.
African clothes on, the long dashikis and stuff. They have a beautiful way of dressing and taking those fabrics and making them into nice skirts and stuff. I love the way they dress, but like I say, when we do it, they looking at us like we know that you're American. Like you are not one, you
Yeah.
know. And it's a look that we get, like you get stared at the whole time, which was stated to us that it's sometimes it's just they want to see how interesting you are. Are you someone they want to get to know? Can I
Mm-hmm.
get to know them? What are they really doing here? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it comes from
Mm.
everybody.
Yeah.
And starting off in Arusha was kind of harsh with that staring because it's millions of people out there all day everywhere we were, and it was like
Mm.
really uh it was over the top. Like
Yeah.
just it was no safety, no space where we could just feel like nobody wasn't
Was
staring at
watching,
us.
yeah. Because like you said, we wanted to come over and blend in, but when we got there, it's like we just stood out. Like, and I kept telling him it's like we're a black unicorn. He thought I was being funny, but it's like that's how they were looking at us. Like this is something we never seen before. Well, I mean, I want to say we tried to get used to it, but we didn't get used to it. The whole month we were there, we couldn't get used to it.
Yeah.
Wow. So tell me this, from your perspective, how was it that the Africans knew that you were not one of them? So you mentioned how they would stare at you, it would feel so funny. When I'm looking at you, you look black to me, you look African to me. So how, from your perspective, how is it that they knew that you were not one of
Me, I'll say for me, I don't know. They was it's just like headhunters. No, he doesn't walk like he doesn't walk like a true one.
I would also say our hair.
Yeah.
Our hair was like a major giveaway. A lot of the women didn't have really long hair, and my hair is like to the middle of my back. And then my husband, his hair is even longer, and the men there did not have long hair. I think we
them?
could count,
Ah.
yeah, we could count on one hand like how many people we saw with locks, especially long locks.
And they also were stating that locks are like they think those people are crazy. The
Yeah,
guys and the people
Mm.
with locks, the ones there, they're usually a little bit loopy in the head. That's what they say. So yeah.
yeah,
Oh, so when they would see you with natural hair, as
Yeah.
opposed to it being a sign of like pride in your African roots, it was
yeah.
actually like, oh, you're a little bit off.
Yeah. Might be he one of them Rasta people. They get crazy,
Yes,
you know.
Rasta. They called us Rasta
Rasta.
the whole month we was there. We just went along with it. We're just like, okay, we just gonna let y'all
Yeah.
say whatever because I didn't want to go against too much.
And then and, and then they took us in a lot better, being the here that we rostered in further than Americans. So half the time we had to say we weren't American. We were, yeah, I'm Rasta, I'm Jamaican, and they accepted us a little bit more.
Yeah.
I want to go to Jamaica just like this, and you know I know how to speak a
Yeah.
little bit, so I would give them a little bit, and
So you would hit them with the patois a little bit.
yes, I get them just a
Just
little
a
bit of
little
that,
bit,
you know,
man.
just like that. Yes.
Okay, we're getting there. So let's take a little bit of a break. I need to acknowledge we have 103 people in the chat. Wow, there are hundreds of people who are here to hear what you have to say. So, hello to everyone out there. You know how I like to do. I like to greet all of you. So, hello, hola, bonsoir, assalamu alaikum. Everyone, you are welcome here. If you are enjoying this content, go ahead and drop those fire emojis in the chat. You can only hear this story on this channel. So let's show our guests some appreciation. All right, so back to the story. So when did things become a nightmare? When did things really start to heat up? So the people want to know. That's why they're here.
Yeah.
When did it turn into a nightmare?
Election time.
Yes.
During election time, and we had people try to tell us before we went, don't go during election or whatever, but we just was like, no, this our anniversary, we want to go during this time. But I'm not gonna say I regret it because we learned a lot, and I just thank God we made it out of there safe, you know. But definitely during elections, we were using Wi-Fi to contact our family, and they cut off the Wi-Fi for almost 2 weeks.
And then they said it was for the safety of the people, but in my eyes, it was just like they still can use their cell phone to call each other. Like they're not gonna go to the app and meet up on the app. They can call each other. So I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't know what was going on. It was just scary to us because, like I say, we couldn't contact anybody about about our kids, about our land, because our kids and our family was going out to our land while we were gone. We couldn't say, hey, we are right, we're safe, because we would call them like almost every day, every other day, just to give them a little update of what we're doing. And then 2 weeks go by,
Yeah, we
and we
couldn't.
still can't say anything to anybody
Mhm.
at all. Then they
Mm-hmm.
said get a VPN, but then you can't get on the half the time the VPN didn't work because we couldn't even get to the network to
To
use the
use the
VPN.
VPN, yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. And so, were you aware of the political situation in Tanzania before you went? And to what extent did you understand the politics of the country?
We didn't really know too much about the politics before we went. All we knew is what was online, which is the president is the greatest ever. So that's all we knew having to do with politics. Like Magafuli is the best. We're going over here to this country. Like that's all we knew. We didn't even know about an opposition until we went to Zanzibar. So we had locals telling us once we were already there. They were telling us the stories and how election time goes, and what can happen to the locals during election time. And even one of our friends, well, I call him friend because he was showing us around and things like that and didn't ask for anything. Um, he was actually telling us about the history and everything. He told us a few things about how some of the citizens like disappeared and things like that too. And then next thing we know, we didn't see him for 2 days, and we were like, "Hey, where's our friend? Where's our friend?" Asking around for him. And the next time we saw him, he was badly beaten. He was badly beaten. He couldn't even wear a shirt. He had whelps all over his back. He had cuts on his leg. So like we didn't know how serious it was until we saw him after, and to see like the life just taken from this man's eyes. Like he literally looked like he was just terrified. He didn't even barely speak after the incident. It was just eerie to see that change in him
Mhm.
over a few days.
Yeah.
Is that us?
Is it us? Ho ho.
Do we need to leave?
No, don't leave. Hey y'all. Say we still alive.
Yeah, we in the show. Oh gosh.
Hey. So today's show is gonna be.
No, no, we waiting. I wait to see if it come back up.
You wanna leave and come back?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Alrighty, bye guys.
We'll be
Try
back.
back.
Hello? If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. That was me. Hi.
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 So I had to change locations, and I think this will be a little bit better. So let's do this. So please continue.
Okay.
Oh, where did we leave off? I'm sorry.
Um,
The last thing that I heard was about your friend being beaten.
yeah. Well, it was like you said, it was different for us. The people, the locals were definitely, we were there for a while, so we got to get to know the locals. So they
Yeah.
were really with us, and that's where we felt the most love at from the people was Zanzibar. So they was like, yeah, stay in, don't do that. Get your food and stuff for 2 or 3 days. They're gonna shut stuff down. Don't go up to the street. Every time they seen us trying to go up to the street, somebody come up and like, hey, how you doing? Come on,
Right,
just
go
come get
back.
some tea with me. We're gonna chill for a little bit. Don't go up there. We all right. So the people was definitely the love, but then like you say, just seeing one guy, a chef that we stayed with, he had a friend that was just drinking, drinking, drinking. He has a little bar, and he was like, "Oh, we're done drinking for the night." He's like, "No, I'm going up to the front. I'm gonna get some drinking." So he went up to the front, and they didn't see him till the next morning. They said that the police, he came back still looking for drink, but he was like, yeah, he got beat by the police and he couldn't move, so he had to just stay there like for the night. And like I say, he got up limping, came back over there looking for more drink. I'm like, you should have stopped after you got beat
Beat
up.
up. Yeah.
So yeah, that was the first one that I heard. Then like you say with my friend, like I say, we didn't see him for a few days. I was like, hey, where you at? Where you at? How you doing? And when he told us his story that he was just literally home, washing clothes, and he was inside his private gate. He said they just came and, hey, you come out. They was like, no, I'm not doing nothing. My family's inside. I'm not coming out. And they came, oh, you don't want to come out? And they
They
came in
came in. Yeah.
and they
Wow.
took, yeah. So he said they took his phone, they took certain monies that he had out, different things like that. I mean, I can't say if that was true or not, but that's what he told us. Okay, that
Yeah.
they took his money, they took his phone and stuff, and so he had to start all the way over with what he had, because he said something like the banking system only lets you take out so much when you're a citizen, and and having his cell phone, which he was a captain of a ship, which a lot of them are. he he wasn't able to do any business at all, able to do anything, especially with
Hmm.
service down. So he kind of shut down
Everything. Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Everything. Wow. And there were some videos that I believe some of the locals sent you
Yeah.
that they wanted you to share. Are you going to be able to share those tonight?
Okay, so I just want to explain to the viewers why we're kind of hesitant. We've had people call us agents because of our videos. We've had people say, "Oh, well, we're going to report you to the Tanzanian government," and we've never really done anything for those things to happen. So we're just like confused, and we do want to go back. We don't want anything to happen to us when we try to go back, because they're saying, "Oh, well, you guys are working for the West and y'all are inciting all of these crazy political views and all of this and that." So that's why. But the people really were asking us like, hey, we go through this and we want to be known what we're going through. But like I say, we've had people like threaten us, like to the point where we've had to report them for harassment and things like that. So that's why we just were kind of like
Mm,
on the fence about it.
And we want to go back, and we
Yeah.
love the place. Like I say, Zanzibar Island is. I love Zanzibar Island. I love the people there. I love
yeah.
everything about it. Just and I didn't. We just didn't want to because I didn't. When as an American, we let things know. We let things go and tell people stuff for information. You know what I mean? Like this is what's going on
Mhm.
in our area. This is what's going on. Just be informed. Let's try to do something better about it. We
Mm-hmm.
don't. We don't find it as we're bringing shame or we're trying to talk bad or we're downing anything. We just want to
Mm,
inform. So when we hear it, every time when we had a video and we said anything that just let people know something about the country that wasn't pretty for them, they were just like, oh, y'all should have did more research. This ain't right. That ain't no.
Yeah, like it's all our
mm,
fault that we saw this stuff or that we went through this stuff. Oh, it's your fault, and this is just regular. But
mm,
I'm guessing they just don't understand. This is not regular for us, and for us,
mm.
to feel like everything is gonna be better over there, and then to know that in some ways that it can be the same. Like it was just kind of it was mind blowing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for the audience, I had the opportunity to see the videos, and I can tell you that they were very shocking. I do think there would be a benefit to showing the videos because, as the locals said, they do want people to know what's happening there.
Yes.
So, what was your decision on
What
Yeah.
you mean? I mean, we're not saying that this stuff may happen every day, but it definitely happened while we were there. We did not have eyes on the situation, but we know for a fact that it did happen while we were there, just in a different area.
Yeah. So
that?
I mean,
Hmm.
like I say, it was meant to be shown, and if that's the only way we can get it out there, we're putting our names on it, which we didn't want it to be a name thing. We just wanted it to be, what the locals wanted to be
Right.
done.
We just wanted to help them
Yes.
because I feel like if something like that happened to us here and we had a video and it couldn't be put out and I give it to somebody and I'm like, here, please let people know what we're going through as Black Americans. Like, I'm just thinking like I would want somebody to help me if I had this video of something that happened on the ground.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why we just were like, okay, we're gonna take these videos because to be honest we were even scared to download the videos and put them on our phone. Like we were just like we don't want to have anything to do with this because there's so many people going out there trying to get fame and things like that, and that's not why we're here. We really just want to help, and we
Yeah.
want people to know what's going on before you just go. So I
Mm,
mean it's fine, and we'll just have to roll with it with whatever happens. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you mind playing the audio of the video? Like, so that the audience can at least hear what was going on?
You
Because
can
I'm
play the
still not
video.
clear. Yeah, I'm still not clear on what you're willing to share from the video.
You can play them.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you have them? I didn't download them or anything. I saw them initially, but I didn't keep them. I thought that was, what you all were going to present.
Oh, I'm not sure how I would do that though.
Oh, okay.
This
So
is
you only have your phone.
yes.
Okay, got it. Okay, so we may not be able to do that because the videos are on their phone. And of course, we're on the phone right now. So we'll just go forward. But I can confirm that what the locals shared of what was happening was very, very disturbing. There was like firing into the crowd, and maybe you all can describe a little bit better of what occurred on the video.
Yeah. So to me, first of all, like I say, when we were there in Arusha and all the different places, I didn't even know there was an opposition. I didn't know that there was another somebody running for anything but Magafuli or the colors. I didn't even know it was different colors. When we made it to Zanzibar Island, the people were, that's all you seen was purple everywhere, and that was the color purple and light purple
Yeah, for opposition.
for the opposition. And and like I say, the parades, like we have videos of parades of them running down the street in
Just
groups
celebrating.
celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't while we were there. They was like, "Oh, it's gonna be dangerous." They wasn't fighting. Everybody was out in the street. Kids, everybody enjoying themselves, just representing the opposition.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm,
when we fully seen the opposition, like, okay, it's just other people. They have their own opinion. That's the way they want it. It will be just like American election. They got these people that like this people that like this. But when you went there and you it was election time, and they finally got the results, and they seen that the whole of Zanzibar was like, I think 85 to 90% for Magafuli. When we seen the whole Zanzibar out in the streets, and they were for the you
The
know what I'm saying,
opposition,
the
yeah.
opposition. And that was kind of crazy. And just to hear them say how just talking against the party, Magafuli's party, as a citizen can get you taken. Being a part of the opposition can get you kidnapped. Being a part of the
mm,
opposition can get you killed. Being part of the opposition can, they just, anything can happen to you. Even when you just hearing about funding, like I say, I didn't look deep into it, but the guy was just like funding for certain politics. Like if you're a Democrat and Republican, if you get something as a Democrat, it still goes, like you get all the money, you can use it for whatever you have it for. They said if you get it
mm,
like for the opposition there and you're not the main government, then they'll take like 65, half of the percent of the money. Say you were using it to fix up the roads, you won't even get the money that that they were giving you to fix the roads, because
mm,
the opposition or whoever would take most of it, and you would only get a certain percent of it to do what you needed to do.
Yeah.
So that was kind of
wow.
crazy to me. Like if I'm not on your team, I can't even help the people no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what was
Yeah.
being told
Told
to
to
us.
us, yes. On the videos though, we could see there were crowds of people. Please excuse us if you hear stuff in the background. We had a family party. But we oh, in the videos, we saw a lot of crowding of people. We're guessing, I'm just assuming that they were either trying to vote or something like that. So they were in big groups and crowds. And we saw videos of gunfire into crowds. We saw tanks going down the street and things like that, which I know the tanks were there because one tank came down the street from where we were, and that's why the locals told
Mm,
us to go inside. So
mm,
this is not normal to us. I know some people are saying this is normal in Africa during election time, but to us it wasn't normal. I've never seen a
mm.
tank go down the street, and I was in the United States military, so I've never even seen that. Just to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Wow.
yeah,
That is incredible. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge everyone in the chat. We're up to 164 people. So we have lots of people who are interested in what you have to say. They are listening. They are becoming more knowledgeable because of what you're sharing. So thank you for that. And hello and welcome to everyone. If you are just joining us, the Dickinson Adventures family is sharing their experience in Tanzania and how, number one, they experienced racism. They were looked at as other and not the same as the Africans. They learned a lot about how politics work in Tanzania, and so often being a part of a specific party can get you harmed in Africa. And the Dickinson family is letting us know what we should be aware of as African Americans and other diasporans abroad before traveling. Now, definitely get the likes up. And I do have to show some love because we have a super sticker and it is coming. Yay! And it is coming from Empowered Black Women. So, out of respect for our guests tonight, we're not going to have comments on the screen. However, if you send a super sticker or a super chat, you can leave a comment and I will read it on the screen. Empowered Black Women is a VIP member here, very supportive of the channel. So if you do have a question, Empowered, definitely send it over. Thank you for the super chat and for supporting the channel. And if you want to be like Empowered Black Women, definitely show love, show support. This couple is stepping forward to give vital information. So thank you, Empowered Black Women. I appreciate you. Okay, so back to the Dickinsons. What is it that African Americans need to know? So we had a call earlier in the week about what was important to share. Oh, wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. We have another super sticker coming through. Let me get this on the screen. 1 second. Okay, we have a $10 super chat from Travi P. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Travi P. And Travi says, very informative show. Thank you so much, Travi. We strive to bring educational content on this channel, and this is information that can literally save someone's life. So I appreciate your support and thank you so much. And then we also have Isatu's space in the house. So let me put her, she did not include a comment, but Isatu, I would like to acknowledge you and say thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate your channel. For those of you who don't know, Isatu is a Gambian YouTuber and she makes content about issues in the diaspora. So definitely check out her channel. Yes. So Isatu, thank you so much for the love and the support. I appreciate it. Okay, back to the Dickinsons. So we had a call earlier this week where we discussed what you wanted African Americans to know before going to Africa. And you shared an experience about something that happened with a DJ, not me, but a DJ.
Yes.
And so, do you mind? Okay, wait a minute. We have another super chat. Okay, family life. Woo! Okay, we need to show Dickinson family. They're showing a lot of love. Can y'all give me a shake or something to show love? What do y'all do in the Dickinson household when something really good comes through? I need y'all to show some love to the people in the chat. We have 158 people. Yes. So that's how they get down in the Dickinson household. And family lifey, I want to say thank you for the super chat. I appreciate the love that you are showing to the channel. I strive to bring high quality content and high quality guests. So from me to you, I appreciate that, and you are welcome anytime. Okay, so can we get into the story about the DJ and kick us off with what happened? Thank you.
Yeah. So we were there Halloween night. They had a full moon party at the beach down by us. It was at Kendwa Rocks. And we were there. We were just having a great time. So while we were there, we did notice that there were a lot of foreigners, just being honest. There weren't many Black tourists there. So I just happened to notice that there was another Black female tourist there. And she was dancing around with some other foreigners and things like that. And, you know, after seeing her and noticing her, which I just think it was just like fate or something, A few minutes later, she asked the DJ, a male DJ, to play a song. And he got so upset that, long story short, he came from behind the DJ booth and hit her. He literally smacked her to the ground. When she was on
What?
the ground, yes, when she was on the ground, the foreigners who were dancing with her, females, were telling her while she was on the ground, this isn't about you. You're making a scene. Because the girl was saying, I hate this place where someone can just hit me while I'm on vacation. And they were like, don't make this about Zanzibar. This is bigger than you. Almost everybody saw it because he's the DJ, of course, and people were trying to break it up, but everyone act like they didn't see it. And this woman was sitting on the ground. She said, I'm not getting up until I can call the U.S. embassy or see somebody from the U.S. I'm sorry, from her embassy. She was from Zimbabwe. Somebody from the embassy or the police. She said she wasn't getting up until she could speak to an authority figure. And everybody was just saying, oh, no, we don't want to involve the police. It's around election time. It's not a good time to go talk to the police. Um, but we just were like, hey, sis, like, we saw it. Because we saw him hit her to the ground. So we were like, if you need a witness, we will be your witnesses, which we were scared, especially because of all of the stories that we heard. But we just felt like this woman really needed help, and it didn't look like she had any help around her. So after we told her, hey, we'll go with you to the police station, we ride into the police station and we find out that she's alone. She's a solo traveler there in Zanzibar for her birthday. So that really changed it for us. Like, oh my God, like we really have to help this woman and make sure that she makes it home safely. Cause we're just like that. And so she went inside to the police station to make the report. Me and my husband sat outside because we were terrified for our lives. But eventually she came out the police station with the police, and the police went to go apprehend the DJ. So they were riding away or whatever. So me, her, and Robbie were still there at the police station waiting for them to come back. They came back and they said they couldn't catch him because the DJ ran into the water at 3 o'clock in the morning, and the police said we don't know how to swim, so we couldn't get him. So that was just the end of it. I mean, at that moment there was no resolution, and we're not used to that coming from America. We're just not used to that. So the next few days we just stayed with the girl. We went out to eat with her, we did events with her, sunset cruise and things like that, just to make sure she was safe, until she went home, and we wound up making a really good friend.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. And to clarify, was this woman African American? Where was this woman from?
She was from Zimbabwe, so she was African. She had been to America and did did like a college program and things like that, and she was well traveled. So she was speaking English and everything. She didn't understand Swahili just like us, so it was like we were alike in so many ways, and that's how we found a friend. Basically, just trying to help.
And a few things that I picked up when I was with the situation, just how she was telling us being there was for her, even getting off of her plane or boat and getting in a taxi. The guy was asking her like, "Where's your husband? Why aren't you covered? Why isn't this and that?" You know, and just seeing her and how she was letting us know she's from the African continent. She told us she never thought that something like this could happen to her on the African continent. She would expect it to happen in America. She said, I
She
don't mean
did
to be
say
rude to
that.
y'all, but I would expect something like that to happen in America before it happened to me in my own country. So it
Yeah,
really hit her hard because she
yeah.
just felt like it was a district, like it was really crazy.
Disrespectful. Yeah,
Yeah,
she felt like.
yeah. So just, and like I say, my perspective of it is like, I didn't, we didn't, did she's telling you what we heard. We didn't see most of that until she got slapped. So all that between, we got the story more from her. So
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a man that has, I love my wife, I love my mother, I love women. I was raised by a woman. I wouldn't let it happen. So, just having that gut to just say it doesn't matter where we are, I'm gonna stand up and we got to do what's right for her. And we
Mm-hmm.
should have been like, I had to apologize to her because I know I didn't have nothing to do with it, but I was like, I'm sorry I wasn't there sooner, because you shouldn't have had to deal with that, period. Like, no
Yeah.
man has the right, no matter what, to just put his hands
Right.
on a woman, period. So yeah, it was a very bad, like I say,
Yeah.
after that he left the scene. We didn't see him anymore. That's when we went to the police station and things. And just like I say, how they handled it, it was a different situation. Like, they came towards the car with us where we were at, and I just jumped out. I was like, King of Riza, American, American. Like, we we didn't do anything, but just they were getting in the vehicle to go and get the man, and it was different because our police, they got their own. They had a truck there, but they usually have everybody have their squad cars and things of that
Yeah.
nature. But they jumped in the car with us, and they went to go get So it was like we had our own gang with us.
So
Yeah.
so basically, justice by any means necessary, even if that means jumping in the car with you.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Except by swimming, because they did not want to get in
They
that
don't
water.
swim. Yeah.
But yes, but yeah, it was very different. Like she said, we did get to stay with her after that, and I just like to say, want them to feel comfortable. They weren't dressed any extra skimpy way. It was just, if I'm at a beach, I'm gonna enjoy myself. You'll see people from other people, Mazungos, Wazungos, different cultures and stuff, and they can be, they would
Naked. They
keep
was almost
thongs,
naked.
like they had on the thong bikinis and stuff, and they can get away with whatever. But being of the skin color and being black, it was like they were doing something wrong, not being covered up so much. And I was like, I don't see nothing wrong with what they got on. They wasn't being flirt. They wasn't being extra. It wasn't no see through nothing. They were just being comfortable. So while you're around me,
Mm.
be free to be comfortable, and I dare anybody else to say anything to you. That's how I feel about my people. That's how I feel about women. That's how I feel about the whole nine. You know what I mean? Even being out there, seeing
Mm.
how the different cultures were treating the Africans. They didn't do it in front of us, because if they did, I would
Wow.
let them know, like, I will be your voice. You don't have to worry about anybody disrespecting you or go get this boy. No, no, no. You get that boy. Like, I'm not from here, so you're not gonna do it in front of me. You're not gonna do it to my people like that. Period. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So that's just how we stand.
Wow.
We just like that for people. But yeah, it was a
Sure, yeah.
it was a different experience. My wife didn't go through that because she was with me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They seen her, and yes, she got a lot of stares, but they didn't do that.
Okay. So, Dickinson family, I'm going to take a quick break and switch to another device. Do you mind telling the audience what you the safety of women while I go off camera and switch devices? Do you mind holding things down and talking through that?
No, we don't mind.
No, no, no.
You wanted to say something?
Yeah,
Okay, thank you. I'll be
yes,
back shortly. They're
Okay.
going to discuss. Thank you.
yes, man. So,
I would just say, because we saw a lot of single Black women going to Africa while we were there. We saw a lot of expats, repats. They were calling themselves different things that were alone. They went over there without a male, without any male escort or anything like that. I'm just saying, just make sure that you're careful. Do not let everyone know that you are by yourself.
mhm,
And if you can, find a trustworthy male to just have that person around, because it makes a big difference with how people treat you when you're out there trying to do business and different things like that while you're in Africa.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I even just get groups together, maybe a traveling group
Yeah.
together, Just make sure it's more than one of you guys. Make sure you know the countries that you're going to, what their expectations are, what the laws are, what type of things you're dealing with, because we didn't know when we got there as much that it was a Muslim country as much as it was. And just seeing how, like, my wife was like the only one that didn't have on full covering, and it wasn't extremely hot, but it was hot out there, and I
It's
didn't
really
understand.
hot.
It
It's
was
really
hot.
hot.
So it was just different, and just know your surroundings, because you got people that love you, you got people that care about you, and yes, you want to be adventurous, but you still need to make it back to those people. So
Right.
yeah, just be very careful on what you decide to do.
Yes, because even when you think no one is watching,
They're watching.
someone is watching you all the time there. That's what we noticed there.
Yeah.
There's always somebody watching you. When you feel like there's nobody who can see you and you don't see anybody, trust me, somebody's still looking at you.
And if you would want to go to Tanzania, would the places that we went in Tanzania, the safest place that I think for a woman to be alone would be Dar es Salaam. It's different. We didn't like it so much, but it's more city. You're gonna get a lot of the amenities that you would different places,
Mm-hmm.
and you have everything you need. But they were more modernized. The women wore skirts and different things of that nature. They weren't
Yeah.
so covered up, and you probably would fit in a little bit. That's what they say Americans go to when they come there. So
Yes.
you'll probably fit in a little better there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you all have been holding it down, I
Yes,
trust,
ma'am.
while I was away.
Yes.
Uh, Thank you so much for that. I've switched devices, so this should be a lot better. So, were you able to share your warning for single women? Because I remember that was a huge point for you. So,
Yeah.
were you able to talk through that?
Yes, we let them know to make sure that if you are going alone, that you don't let everybody know that you're going alone, and just be careful who's watching you. Make sure that you could get with a group, or you could get with a trustworthy male to help you navigate while you're there in the African country.
And we also let them know that Dar es Salaam is one of the more accepting countries for a
Well,
woman,
cities.
more accepted cities to be, that you can go to and just feel more at home, and it's not so covered by, I would say, just one Christian or Muslim religion. It's not just covered by those two. A lot of the Arusha and and Zanzibar,
Zanzibar, yeah.
they're more Muslim or Christian between the two, so it's really strict with different things.
Wow. And so let me ask you this. When you went there and you saw what happened to that woman, what would you say would be the consequences for, say, an African American woman who is used to being able to say what she wants, wear what she wants, do what she wants? What would be the consequences of having that kind of attitude in Tanzania?
I would say if you're too loud and vocal and out there with it, you're gonna have problems.
Anywhere.
You're
Mm,
gonna have problems. Somebody's
Anywhere.
gonna say something to you. Um, Hopefully nothing will happen to you, but I would say that definitely people would have something to say about that. Because
mm,
even in the expat groups that we were in, they were even saying, don't say what's on your mind. We don't have freedom of speech here. They used to say it all the time in those groups.
mm.
So I would just say no, be careful with that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And when you do come to these places, you have to have an open mindset. Don't come here thinking of where you come from, because it is different. It is
Mm,
very different. So you just have to not set your mind, even though, like we were saying with the scamming part, like somebody can be scamming you or saying something to you, and you find out they're scamming you, but then the next day they might still come back to you, hey, how you doing? Like
like nothing ever
like
happened.
nothing ever
Yeah.
happened. So it's not the same as, somebody doing it here. We
In
not gonna
America,
mess with
yeah,
you no
they
more.
gonna disappear.
Yeah. So
Oh. And so overall, would you say that you felt that sense of your home, brotherhood, you've arrived. What did you come away? Oh, sorry, we've got a super chat that we need to call out. Woo! All right. I'm going to have the Dickinsons read this one and thank the family for it. And you take it away.
Um, from family life, my family and I ran out of Arusha and Dar es Salaam. Ooh,
Wow.
ooh.
Wow, family life, you may need to tell us more. Thank you so
Yes,
much for the super chat.
yes.
We really appreciate that. Are you surprised by that comment, Dickinson family?
Not at all.
I'm just,
Not at all.
it's just surprising, like you say, how nobody tells you anything. Like I said, it's not negative. It's just, if we would have been more informed, we would have been more prepared, not in the
Right.
shell, but we would have said, oh, we heard about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's something that goes on. Now watch out for that because you don't have that. And what you were saying about the brotherhood thing, it really hurt me and it hit me a lot because when
Mm,
you get there, they say, "My brother, you are home.
mm,
You are welcome. Come,
mm.
enjoy your eyes." so, so you expect that it is what it is, and like I say, with the changed mindset of, "Oh, I got brothers," and then to turn around and for them to overcharge you, or you go somewhere else and you see like that for you could have bought three of them here when you bought it for triple, quadruple the price, but you're saying, brother, like that, it hurt me in another way because we try
Mm,
so hard to have brotherhood and sisterhood and black love here that
mm,
finally get people that's saying I love you. It's just the same, like not the same thing, but it's just like I love you, but you know what I mean.
But
It's
I
not.
want some
But
money
I
or
want
I
some
want
yeah.
money,
something.
but I need this, and that hurt me because, and I would
Yeah.
tell them like, don't call me. Listen, don't call me your brother right now because you're not giving
Mm,
me your brother price. You're not giving me
wow.
what I would get. So just
Hmm.
learning how to shop and bargain, go to different places. I tell people, you stop at one place, you look, don't buy there because it's three more places with the same thing. You check the
Mm,
prices out. It's gonna be there when you come back. If you come
Hmm.
back, you might have the same price, or you might have found out that they were trying to get you because they know you're not from there.
Yeah.
And they're gonna try it.
mm.
They're going to try it just because you're not from there. They are going to try it.
Yeah, I
Wow.
know. I felt left out, well, let down. I'm sorry. I felt let
Mm,
down because before we went there, like you said, we just feel like we're gonna just connect to this place that we've never been to, and it's gonna be like a welcome home. But it's like it wasn't until I got there, like we didn't realize how American we were. We didn't realize until we got there that our tribe is actually back in America. All these Black Americans that we have not begun to unify with, that is our tribe, and
mm,
that's who we need to be concerned with. Not saying that we don't need to partner with Africans. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying we kind of need to be worried about ourselves,
mm,
before we're just so ready to just go help somebody else. Like we have a lot of work to do here, and it helped me realize that going there and then coming back, like I felt foolish, but I realized that I'm more American than what I wanted to let on before I actually went there.
wow, that is deep, chat. She has just let us know that she realized how American she was when she went to Africa. And so I want to bring this home. So, Dickinson family, you said that you want to go back to Tanzania. So, with all of this that happened, why do you still want to go back? And what is it that's waiting there for you?
Well,
I,
go
I'm gonna be the leader.
ahead.
I enjoyed. It was Zanzibar, like the feel, the people. It was
Hmm.
less people there because of, I guess, where we were in the time of the season. So once we got there, we spent a little bit of money here and there, but the people got to know us, and it wasn't a everyday hustle. Like, hey, you got this, you got this. No, we let y'all know. We came to be with the people. We spent so much. We supported a little bit of everybody with what we had. We spread it.
Mm,
After that, everybody was just like, "Hey, y'all!" Like it wasn't a bugging or bothering. It was a more. we felt like we belonged there. The people were very into us and nice with us, and they made sure that we were taken care of. Wasn't any a whole lot of scamming because we wasn't around a whole lot of people, you know. But I wanted to. The only reason why I want to go back, I want my kids to experience like how life is without your games, without all this extra stuff you need, and how it isn't as bad or whatever. Just like they say, just to really see what's going on in Africa, because all we know is flies, and if you give 50 cent or 25 cent,
You could feed.
you can
Mm.
feed the kid, and you know everybody's poor. Nobody does anything. Those people are hustling. They work from
Mm.
sun up to sundown. They have businesses. Even if they have a hut, they have paperwork stamped up to let them know that
Yeah.
they have a business. So they're not that at all. Nobody's going hungry. It's enough stiff porridge for everybody. Nobody's going hungry. Okay.
That
So
is amazing. Well, hold up. I need to show some love. We have another super chat from
Yeah.
Travi A. Let's get some. Hey, and I'm going to read this one. Thank you so much, Travi P, for showing love to the channel. It is so appreciated. When you send super chats, you show that you are not just talking about it, you are being about it. And it says from Travi P, I salute the Dickersons for sharing their experiences. Truly a difference between showing love and just saying the words. Some folks lack merit. Wow. Travi P, that is an incredibly insightful comment. Any thoughts on Travi P's comment, Dickinson family? Would you like to respond or say anything here?
um we that's what we've basically just been wanting to say. Like, we just want to show our genuine selves, let everybody know like we are real people. We're not trying to just like sell you this dream to get you out there and doing things that you're not used to doing. Like, we just want to prepare people as much as possible. Like we said, we're not saying don't go. We just say if you go,
you
you need
should
to
go.
be. Yes, I think people should go, and at least if you can go and see and just experience it. I would say just sell all your stuff and move over there like a lot of people are doing. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
But also, like, to answer your other question, why I would want to go back. Um, I know I would want to go back for opportunity. We did see a lot of business opportunity with me and Robbie being into entertainment and things
Mhm.
like that.
Mhm.
We saw so many opportunities in Zanzibar for entertainment because it's a tourism area.
Mm.
But now I don't feel like this overwhelming anxiety. Like, I got to go right now. I got to go right now. Like, everything's going to end tomorrow. Like, I don't have that feeling anymore. But I will not lie. I had that feeling before I left. I felt like
Mm.
if I don't get out right now, my family not gonna be safe. This, and that. Like, now, I feel like, okay, I could calm down. I know I cannot just rush out there. We really have to plan it. We have to make sure we have money. We have to make sure that we could cover all of our business expenses, our housing, and things like that. Like, we know that we do want to go back, but we know that it's gonna take more time than what we originally
Yeah.
stated. Like, it's not as easy as to just sell all your stuff and just jump over there. Like, it's not that easy.
About what she just said, it's people. I don't know I haven't did any deep research on it, but I do know people need to stop having the expectation that, especially Americans, I don't know about anywhere else, but Americans, you cannot just go there and drop everything and live. You have not a year visa, not
Mm.
Yeah, it's like a
years,
year, and
and
then you have
every
to
90
every
days
90 days.
you got to
Yeah,
go somewhere for the weekend, but you can come back. But who's to say that they are going to renew your visa
Wow.
when you drop everything? You can't just start a business there like a regular
well,
bit
legally, unless you
legally,
take, yeah.
unless
Mm.
you're, you know what I'm saying. You have to go over there as a corporation selling with monies, like real money, to put into the country. You
Hmm.
can't
Wow.
just go over there and say, hey, I'm going to start my little Debbie's cake business and start your business, and or you can't just go over there. I don't know how quick you can with land, but I don't think you can just go over there either and just buy land and live there Would everybody just think you can? Oh, I'm gonna go there and buy land. No, you're not.
No, you're not. You said that emphatically. No, you're not.
But like you say, we every person you see, they
They
on
selling
YouTube and
land.
stuff.
Everybody's selling
They
land.
selling land. They
Everybody's
giving
selling
away land.
land.
It's you can come over here and leave everything, and you can live. No, like y'all walking on thin ice by yourselves, and y'all trying to get other people to walk on this ice with y'all. This is gonna fall.
Wow. Let me ask you this. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We
Oh
were done.
no, we were done.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this. You mentioned that you had considered Gambia, but because of the things that were happening, you decided not to. Now, all of the folks on my channel know that I have broken a lot of news about Gambia. Oh, so wait, have y'all watched my videos on?
Yes. Yes,
Hey,
we have.
listen, a girl has contacts in Banjul, okay? So I've done a lot of reporting on what has happened in Gambia. What specifically made you say this is too much for us to go to Gambia? Was there a turning point in that saga where you were just like, this is too much? What did it for you that made you X Gambia off the list?
To be honest, I have found the infamous Art Kathy online, and I started following her, and I'm not gonna lie, I was part of the Facebook group, and I paid for a webinar.
Oh,
Yes, I did.
wait a minute.
I didn't pay for that.
He said he didn't pay for it.
Wait, you're not an investor? Oh, okay.
No. And it was only $25. So please don't.
Okay,
I'm not an
listen.
investor.
So wait, are you saying you were a member of the Wolf School?
No.
We gotta listen. Our Kathy has a long reach, y'all. I did not know. I did not know that they were involved with our Kathy, but
No.
since we're on the subject, wow. Do I need to get Casey Boyd on the line?
No.
I just did an exclusive. Wow.
We did not
Okay.
get that far. We didn't get that far. And the reason why is because when I did pay for the webinar, it was supposed to be for housing information, but there was no housing information in that video. It basically was them filibustering and them saying, okay, well, we got another video. Y'all want some more? Pay another $25. And I'm like, no, I don't have money like this, ma'am.
What? So every time you would get a video, they would tell you to pay for another video.
Yes, it was like they would give you a little bit of information, but it's not enough information for you to go and do it yourself. So that's how the video was set up. And I've been a part of so many different scams and stuff from Black business owners. And I'm just being honest because we've talked about scams in Africa. I do want to let it be known we have been scammed as business owners by other Black business owners.
What?
So, so I've seen a lot of red flags with the video and things like that. Also, I mean, I did ask for a consultation, but by the time, everything had went down, like I was just like, no, I'm not following somebody like this. So I'm glad that I never even really got a response, but I was asking for a consultation as well.
Wow, that is astonishing. Your husband wasn't in on it.
No. Because I do all the research and then I bring it to him and I'm like, hey, well, I found this, and this. So yeah.
Wow.
It's so crazy.
All right. Wow. Well, that is incredible. Well, you all have heard it here. The Dickinsons are very experienced, and so they were turned off from Gambia because of what went down. So we can see that had a huge impact. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I appreciate both of you coming on, and I want to give you the next 2 to 3 minutes just to say any last things that you wanted to share that we may not have covered, just anything that you want to leave the audience with. You have the floor.
Hey, this is Robbie. I just wanted to say, like I say, please go, please experience. Don't let anyone experience change your thoughts or change what you might do, because we didn't know until we went and experienced. And I do think it's somewhere that we need to experience. And the last thought I had is, I want to tell a little story. When we were leaving, we were on our way back. We were in Moshi, and we ran into a gentleman that got to help us out a little bit, finding the ATMs and stuff. And so I told him where we stayed. Long story short, he came back and found us. And we were running out the door, coming out the door to go get something to eat. He must have been drunk. He he looked at me and said, "Those are my friends." And he ran, he ran at me and he jumped and wrapped his arm and legs around my body. It just gave me a full on hug.
Yes, he was holding him.
He was holding.
He was holding him.
And once he got done hugging me and laughing, he took off his hat and put it on my head. He took off his shirt and put it on me. And then he said, "I'm good." He reached in his pocket, he said, "I'm going to give you everything but my money." And he was an electrician, and he gave me every little trinket, little sockets and stuff that he had in his hand. And that's what the stuff that sticks with me when I was there, like, just to find somebody. And he said, I know everyone probably wants something from you here, but I don't want nothing from you. I want to give you something. So
yeah, and he was the only person who gave us anything. So that was a blessing right before we got on the plane, because we were feeling kind of down about, the experience, but just to meet at least one person that just, like, he gave us the shirt off
his back.
Like, literally.
And he was working all day, so so we washed it. We washed the hat and clothes when we got back, but I'm keeping it because that's one of my most memorable moments out of everything that happened. Just to see somebody just say, "Hey, I really do love you. I just really want to know you." And I'm glad to see something different. Yeah. Babe.
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything, Miss Lady?
Yes. Well, like he said, I just hope that everybody can experience it. So I've been trying to help people experience it. So if you need help finding any tickets or finding your way there, y'all could just let us know. And we don't charge any fees like all of these other people. Like, we really just want to help people be safe and make a successful journey.
Yes.
Wow. Well, that is incredible. I really appreciate you coming on tonight and sharing your story. It takes so much courage, right? Because the internet can be a really wild place.
Yes.
And so to come and to share what you experienced with so much maturity and so much balance, my hat goes off to you. So I will say thank you so much to the Dickinson family. Yes, and to everyone in the chat, we have 172 people. Say goodnight. Say goodnight to the Dickinson family. Check out their channel. Please shout out your channel one more time for anyone that may not have heard.
Yes, you can find us at the Dickinson Adventures. Oh, so crazy.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Okay. Wow. Well, good night to the Dickinson family. That is it. Chat. Hello. That is it. Yes, hit the like button. 165 people in the chat. If you enjoyed that exclusive interview that you can only hear on DJ Speaks, put some fire emojis in the chat for your girl. We made it through the interview. We learned a lot. So I want to see some fire emojis, and we're going to go ahead and say goodnight. Say goodnight to me so that I can say goodnight to you. And I appreciate each and every one of you that came through tonight. So good to see you. Thank you for showing support to the channel. We could not do this without you. And to all of the folks that hit the like button, to all of the folks that hit super chat, Thank you so much. You are so loved on this channel and you are so appreciated. So, mwah, mwah, mwah. I see fire emojis. Hit that like button and say goodnight to DJ. Good night.